This is level K, list 9, and we're doing the day 1. So let's have a look at the sounds in these words and we'll highlight them as we go. So you're going to need 3 different coloured highlighters to start with. So let's do this one. We've got the A, I, R in airy, dairy and fairy. So colour those 3 letters in, change colours. Then we're looking at the OA in gold, foal and coal for the all sound. Then we're going down to the OU in soup, group. We've got that oo sound, wound and coupon. Okay, so let's see what else we've got in these words that we need to have a look at. You know the E sound at the end of a word is usually a Y, so let's colour that in a different colour too. And there's not many words that we put EY at the end, so if you're not sure, go for the Y, because there are thousands of words that end in just a Y. There are only about 10 that we would commonly use that end in EY. So here we've got a long vowel sound, that's why we're using one L at the end of these words. We know to use a C for the K sound before an O. Let's make its hard sound there. Soup is quite easy, group, wound. This could also say wound, so it can have 2 different sounds with that OU, and coupon. All right, once again, we've got the C for the K sound before the letter O. So let's look at what these words mean. If something is light and airy, there's a lot of air around there, we say that it's airy. Dairy is something from milk, from a cow that we might have, so it might be cheese, or the place where they milk a cow is also called a dairy. So a fairy is, we think of as a mystical person with wings that grants us wishes. A goal is when you score a point or points in a game. So in soccer you might have a net, in football you might have goal posts. A foal is a young horse. Coal is something we take from the ground to burn to create power. Soup is where we boil meat and vegetables and grain up and we make a nice meal that we can eat, which is usually very healthy for us. Group could be a set of people or a number of people that get together to do something, or you might put, it doesn't only have to be people, you could group books together or you could group toys together. It means to place together in a set. A wound is where you might be hurt, cut, and you would wrap it up to protect it. A coupon is like a ticket or something, or an entry voucher to get into an event. So you might have got a coupon to go and watch some dog shows or something like that. Quite often we get coupons when we buy something cheaper, and you can buy a set of them to make it worthwhile. Okay, let's read the word sound, the word, spell the word. So we've got airy, 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 A-I-R-Y, A-I-R-Y, A-I-R-Y. Airy, A-I-R-Y. Repeat it as you write it. Then don't forget at the end to go back and check them. You can finish those ones on your own. This is level K, list 9, and it's the day 2 page, and we're revising A-I-R for the air sound, O-A for the O sound, and O-U for the oo sound. So it's quite a tricky list. Let's go through and read them. We've got airy, dairy, fairy, goal, foal, coal, soup, group, wound, coupon. So there's some extra things in here we have to remember. We know the Y at the end of a sound will make that long E sound that we need on air-E, dare-E, fair-E. It's the most common way of writing the long E sound on the end of a word with more than one syllable. This one we've got long vowel sounds, so we're going to end them with one L. We use only two L's if it's a short vowel sound at the end, in the middle of a word. Then we do the double L on the end. And I think that's about it. Coupon, you can hear that on there as well. So what do these words mean? Airy means there's lots of air around, it's light and airy. Dairy is a place where they farm cows for milk, and from the milk we get cream and butter and cheese and lots of dairy products. A fairy is a mystical figure that we imagine has wings and is very sweet and nice. A goal is something that when you're playing a sport, it's how you win points for your team. And you might set goals in your life where you make a list of things that you want to do or you want to be in the future. A foal is a baby horse. Coal is a black mineral that we take from the ground, which is quite often used to burn for electricity, or for power I should say. Soup is where we boil up meat and veggies and grain together to make a food that we can eat or sometimes drink. Group is a set of things or a number of things that we put together. Now, wound is where you have an injury or a sore, and this can also say wound, so you're going to get two different words, wound and wound, out of that one. A coupon is like a ticket that you use for entry to something, or a voucher where you can get things for a cheaper price. Now let's go through and read the words, sound the words and spell them. So we'll break these ones with two syllables into two syllables. So airy, airy, A-I-R-Y, A-I-R-Y. Get your piece of paper to cover so you can't see the word while you're writing it. Okay, and write it, check to make sure it's right. We've got goal, goal, G-O-A-L. Write it, check it. You can do the rest of those on your own. Soup, soup, S-O-U-P. You should be getting quite quick at these, and make sure your letters are always on the line as well. So you have to complete the words from above here, so you've got to work out what the missing letters are for each of them. This is a crossword, so we've got clues going across the page horizontally and some going down the page vertically. So number 3, you have to find number 3 box, which is here. A magical being would be a fairy, and remember you put one letter in each box as you write the word in. You can check it by doing the ones down. So number 2 down, where does milk come from? It comes from a dairy. So we could write that one in. Now make sure you cross off the numbers when you finish, work out the word for a definition, so that at the end you can go back and fill in the ones that were very hard. Write the correct word for the sentences. We've got wound or wound, fairy and fairy. So this fairy you say differently, you say it with an E sound, whereas fairy, this one, it's got the air sound, airy, airy. So they're pronounced differently. Sound quite similar but a little bit different. You can work out which word goes here in those sentences. This is level K, list 9, and we're doing the day 3, and we've got quite a bit of revision in this group of words. So we've got A-I-R making the air sound, in airy, dairy and fairy. In goal, foal and coal, we've got the O sound, and in soup, group, wound and coupon, we've got that oo sound. Now if you get out your highlighters, you can colour in the A-I-R one colour, the O-A a different colour, and the O-U a different colour again. Then you'll need another colour to colour in the Y at the end of the word. Is the most common way of writing the long E sound at the end of a word with more than one syllable. So you've got air-E, dare-E, fair-E. Sometimes you'll see EY, but don't rely on that one. There's only about 10 words in English that you would commonly use that end in EY. So there are thousands of words that end in just the Y. So if you're not sure, always just use the Y. And it will quite often come up in testing. Now, this goal, foal and coal, you've got a long vowel sound in each of those words. That's why we only put one L at the end of those single syllable words, monosyllabic words. After a long vowel sound, you put one L. And really, there's not a lot in these ones. You've got the ON on the end of coupon, but you can pretty much hear that on. We don't shorten it to our schwa sound, which we do in many words. Okay, so let's have a look at reading, sounding and spelling these words and then writing them. So get your pencil out and your bit of cover paper. So we've got air, E. So you'll need to break these multisyllabic words into syllables as you're sounding and spelling them. So we go air, E, A-I-R-Y. Cover it and write it. Whereas goal, you go G-O-O-L, G-O-A-L. And soup, you go S-O-U-P, S-O-U-P. Cover it and write it. Make sure you check them after you've written them because they're quite tricky, these phonograms in these words. So rhyming words, hairy, that's easy. You just have to look up the top for the 3 words that rhyme with that. Same with shoal, you can do that one. So combine with a list word. You can have a look which word you think goes with post, mine, tomato, land, farm and code. The line indicates whether the word comes before or after the word we've supplied you. Now write sentences to show the meaning. This is, we've got wound and wound. So a wound would be something, as a noun would be like a cut or a sore that you may have, an injury. And wound would be like you wound up a toy or a clock, or you wound a bandage around the wound. So you could choose 2 sentences to write for each of those. Write 4 list words that are nouns. So have a think. Noun is the name of a person, place, thing or idea. So you could have, well, a dairy is a place, a fairy is a mystical image. So there's lots of nouns in that group that you could choose from. You can find 4 of them and write them there. Plurals, well, this is a little cheat for you because you know when we turn a word into meaning more than one, these must be nouns. So we've got fairy, group, dairy and foal. So if you have one fairy, you would say a fairy. But if you have many fairies, if a word ends in a Y and there's a consonant before the Y, yes, there's a consonant before the Y in fairy, you have to change the Y to an I and then add ES. So I've written that over here for you. So usually you'd add the S, but on these ones with the alert, you take away the Y and add the I and then change the Y to an I and add the ES. So you'd have fairies that would apply to and dairies that would apply to, because both of them have a consonant before the Y. A group, you'd have many groups, and a foal, a couple of foals. So circle the correct word down here and rewrite which word is spelt correctly, circle it and write it on the line at the end. This is level K, list 9, and we're doing the day 4, and this is persuasive writing. So what is it about? It's to argue a point of view. A writer must include an opinion, so you've got to state how you feel about a topic, the reasons that you feel that way, so you've got to give some more information, some examples, so you could give details, and an opinion, restate how you feel at the end. So your opinion, reasons, examples, and opinion before you sign off. So I've given you a brief outline here. We've said to you, think about something that concerns you about your school. You're going to write your own persuasive letter. Write a letter to your principal. So who? It's to your principal, to explain what it is that you don't like. So what it is, why you don't like it, why, how the problem could be fixed, how, and then you're going to state your opinion again as you sign off, and then don't forget to put your line on the bottom. You could even give these to the principal for him to read. So think about it. You're going to write dear. You usually start a letter with dear, D-E-A-R, and a capital D, and then the person's name. I don't know your principal's name, so you'll have to fill that in. What you don't like. You might like to say that you'd like more playtime at school or something like that. Why you'd like more playtime at school. How they could do it. They could extend your lunchtime or your playtime, morning tea playtime. That's how they could do it. And then you need to state your opinion again before you sign off.